Alrighty, today we're going to be talking about vertical angles. Vertical angles are angles that are opposite of each other, and we're going to be learning about a relationship between them. Earlier in the chapter, we found about complementary angles and right angles that have a connection to 90, and straight angles and supplementary angles that have a connection to 180. And today we're talking about vertical angles. What relationship do they have when they're opposite of each other? They're opposite sides. So we're looking like at A and C and B and D. And if we think back about what we know about supplementary angles, we know that if this one is 110, this one right here needs to be 110 subtracted from 180. So we know this one is 70. And this is a straight line. So this would need to be 70 as well. So what does that tell us right here? It tells us that angle B is equal to angle D because they're both supplementary to the same thing. Let's look down here at angle C. Well, this is 70, so this would need to be 110 because they need to be supplementary as well. So that means that A and C are equal as well. So the vertical angles, they're opposite sides, and we're going to see that they are equal. So in this chapter, we've used 90s, we've used 180s, and now we're going to use an equal to whatever this is, this is. So let's try that on a really easy problem here. These are vertical. Vertical, we think of as the word as being up and down, but if I rotate my paper, they are up and down. In geometry, we can flip the paper however we want. So they just means across from each other or opposite sides here. So this equation is 5x needs to equal 60. So what would 1x equal? Get that calculator out, and it would be 12. Done. Easy as that. Then it starts to move on, and you're going to get some harder ones after you do a few of those. Okay. And just realize there's more than one way to figure these out. We could look at this as being a supplementary relationship. These three angles should add up to 180. This plus this plus this. That would be one equation that you could do. 30 plus 90 plus 6x should equal 180. Or say 120 plus 6x equals 180. Another relationship that you could go with is looking for what is vertical to this. What is vertical to this angle is this angle here. And if this one's 90 and this one's 30, this one would need to be the remainder of that to get to 180. So this one would need to be 60. That's the number that works that would get you to 180. So that would be another equation that you could write. 6x equals 60. All of those are going to get you the same answer. I'm going to do this one because it's the shortest, but all of them will work to get you 10. This one here, you would just need to subtract that 120 and divide by 6. They both work. When you plug this in, the x is 10, but the angle, 6 of those 10s would be 60. Okay, and this would get you 180 degrees. That's what we need in a straight angle. This one right here gives people a little bit of issues. It's from the homework. Realize that you could look at it as a straight angle, and you could write up the problem. 42 plus some number divided by 3 equals 180. Or another alternative would be to think about what this angle is. And this angle, I think, needs to be 138 because the two of these need to add up to 180. Then this would be a different equation using vertical angles. You could write that one and you could work that one out. How do you work that out? Well, this means divide. So the opposite of dividing would be to do 138 times 3. I did that earlier, and I think it's 414. Okay, this one right here I did earlier as well. And so this is if you were thinking of this as just being that straight angle right there. You would subtract the 42, you would times it by 3, which would give us that our x is 414. Our angle is still 138. That's this number divided by 3. Okay, so x is 414. That means 1x, and this is our x divided by 3 because that's what the angle is. Some number divided by 3.